There's no dream of making an album with Biggie and Puffy, or none of them. We're not sweating it like that. They sell records, we sell records. Well, I guess you could call that selling records, what they do. Really, there's no competition. People are really making too much out of it than it is. And the East Coast, West Coast thing is something that the journalists and people are making just to get paid off it so it can drag out. So they're perpetuating it so it can be drama. When it all go down, don't look at me and Biggie.
Like the great cities that see together with Biggie.
I already said this. I said this in the gang of interviews. If some large corporation or if the world really wanted to see us come together, my offer is put a community center in every ghetto in the United States of America, fully funded, fully taken care of, and I'll tour every one of those community centers with Biggie and kiss him on his cheek and rap whatever they want me to rap. But until they do that, the war is on.
There you go. That's Tupac.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is MAKAVELI Media. Over the years, we heard a whole lot of speculation that Tupac may or may have not been considering squashing his beef with his one-time friend and now rival, the notorious B.I.G. People like Little C's said he believed that if Biggie and Tupac had both lived past this feud, they would eventually squash it and come together. Tupac former friends like Buckshot Shorty also said that Tupac expressed to him different times that he still had love for Biggie, and he also believed that eventually the two foes would become friends once again. Now, you could take this with a grain of salt, but in that clip, you heard Tupac say out his own mouth the conditions that he would even consider being friends with Biggie. He had listed demands, should I say, what it would take for him to even consider being friends with Biggie again. I don't know if Tupac was being sarcastic. I don't know if Tupac was joking. All I know is this is what Tupac said. I know there was a time in this beef where he wouldn't even have played like this. If somebody would have asked Tupac, Pac, do you see yourself squashing the beef with Biggie? Hell no. He would have been wilding out. Fuck no, they tried to blow my brain, tried to blow my balls off. You know what I mean? They tried to blow my nuts off. I ain't never been friends with them. You know what I mean? They set me up. But he didn't say that this time. Tupac was very calculated in what he said it would take for him to squash the beef with Biggie. And once again, Tupac always thinking about the kids, always thinking about the community, still being an activist. It was like boom, boom, boom. I want a community center built in every city. I want them to be fully sponsored by these major corporations. I guess that includes, software, computers, books, all that. Fully furnished, you know what I mean? This is what I need. I need these corporations to bring me and Biggie together for a greater cause. And then I consider it. He went as even far as saying I even perform with Biggie. In all these cities where you got these, these rec centers, I'll perform there with him. I'll even kiss him on his cheek to show you it's genuine. Yeah, we friends again. But it's got to be for a bigger cause. And that's the one thing that make me feel like maybe Tupac was being sincere. Because he knew that a feud with Biggie was big enough that they could get some major corporations involved to bring, the two legends together and make them squash this feud. It would have been a, you know, big, powerful moment in hip hop. It would have been a time of healing, a time of, you know, reconciliation. A big time for hip hop, a time for healing. But once again, Tupac was thinking about the community. Or maybe he was just bullshitting. Maybe he knew that no corporations would sponsor such a thing or gave a fuck, and they was just making money off the East and West Coast beef in the first place. And people buying records to hear what, you know, what they said about each other. There's a lot of money to be made. So he knew maybe this was all bullshit. It'd never happened, but he threw the idea out there just in case somebody was listening. You know, Biggie had a deal with St. Oz. So did Tupac. You know, Tupac had other endorsement deals. Puffy had different deals on the table. So yeah, if you want to see your artist stop, you know, participating in nonsense, in a potentially life-altering event could possibly happen, or, you know, something catastrophic could happen, which did happen, then maybe we should sit these two brothers down. And you say you want to do what in the school? You know, a rec center back in 1996, you know, if it wasn't built from the ground up, say they just refurbished a rec center in these pre-existing areas, maybe a rec center would have cost a couple $100,000. In all 50 states. But I tell you what, if these corporations know what they know now, especially the ones that really cared for Pac and Big, they might have considered doing this if they really thought that maybe this could have saved both of their lives. I mean, because we got to see what happened. You know, maybe somebody should have tried to pull them together and try to figure out, you know, what would it take to make the two camps, not just Pac and Big, but we talking about all the players involved. You know, Death Row, Bad Boy, California, New York, the East Coast, the West Coast, the Mob, Crips. All players involved. This is what's going down. This is what needs to happen. Let these two men work this out. Everybody else fall back. I'm just saying. Words move mountains. This is what Tupac had to say. I'm just saying. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. Was Tupac being serious when he said that this is what it would take for me to squash the beef with Biggie? Or was Pac just simply being sarcastic? I need you guys to share and like this video. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is MAKAVELI Media. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.